Imagine waking up to a world where the oceans are silent. No whales, no fish, no coral reefs. On land, forests are gone, skies are choked with ash, and nearly every living creature has vanished. Sounds like a sci-fi apocalypse, right? But this isn't fiction. It happened. For real. 252 million years ago, Earth faced its darkest hour. An extinction so brutal, scientists call it the Great Dying. Back then, Earth didn't look anything like it does today. One giant supercontinent, Pangaea, stretched across the globe like a colossal jigsaw puzzle. The oceans were shallow and warm, buzzing with strange creatures like trilobites, survivors of hundreds of millions of years. On land, weird reptile-like mammals called therapsids ruled the food chain, while the ancestors of dinosaurs were just starting to crawl into the picture. But beneath this thriving world, something was brewing, something deadly. In what's now Siberia, the ground cracked open, and it didn't stop. For nearly 2 million years, volcanoes erupted non-stop, flooding the land with lava and belching out clouds of toxic gas. This wasn't just a bad day for the neighborhood. It was a planetary-scale disaster. The region became what scientists now call the Siberian Traps, a hellscape of fire and poison. These eruptions released staggering amounts of carbon dioxide, sulfur, and methane, turning Earth's atmosphere into a chemical soup. Temperatures soared by up to 10 degrees. That's like fast-forwarding today's climate crisis by 100-fold. As the air heated up, the oceans began to change, and not in a good way. They absorbed all that carbon dioxide, becoming dangerously acidic. Creatures that built shells, corals, brachiopods, and countless others, couldn't survive. Their homes literally dissolved around them. And then came the dead zones. Warm water holds less oxygen, and soon vast stretches of ocean became lifeless. Only bacteria survived, and they released hydrogen sulfide, a gas so toxic it turned parts of the sea purple and reeking of rotten eggs. Imagine swimming in that. On land, acid rain fell from skies thick with ash. Plants died. Food chains collapsed. Even insects, usually the last to go, were wiped out in massive numbers. The dominant creatures of the time, those therapsids, had nowhere left to run. In just 60,000 years, a blink in geological time, 96% of marine life and 70% of land species were gone. Earth was nearly empty. But here's the twist. Life didn't give up. From the ashes, survivors emerged. Tiny archosaurs, barely hanging on, would evolve into the dinosaurs. The small, scrappy therapsids that made it through, they'd become mammals. Eventually, us. It took millions of years for ecosystems to rebuild. The early Triassic was a lonely place, but by the middle Triassic, life was back, diverse, vibrant, and ready to take on a new chapter. Scientists study the Great Dying not just to understand the past, but to warn us about the future. Rising temperatures, acidifying oceans, massive carbon emissions. Sound familiar? The scale of the Permian extinction dwarfs what we're facing now. But the patterns? They're eerily similar. The Great Dying reminds us that Earth is resilient, but also fragile. Catastrophe can reshape everything, and sometimes survival depends on how quickly we adapt. So next time you hear about climate change, remember, we've seen the end of the world before, and it started with fire, gas, and silence.